Who's ready for an adventure? Good morning. I predict rain today. I woke this morning to a very red dawn. Seeing that, I got up right away for a couple of reasons. One was to take pictures because it was spectacular to see. The other one was to prepare for a storm. While I'm no sailor, I've learned that there is truth to the old sayings. Red sky in morning, sailors take warning. And that was a very red morning. So I'm doing what I need to do to hunker down for a storm. First things first, I'm taking Roy to shore. We're going to get our walk out of the way. I'm also trolling, because fishing tends to be good before a storm. And I have no substantial fish at the moment. Hop out. Grab myself a little bit of Indian pipe for lunch and dinner. I find it's really starting to come up lately, which is good because the cattail shoots are pretty much done. Flowers of the cattails are done as well, so Indian pipe is starting to become a steady vegetable for me. And when you steam it, it tastes like steamed bean sprouts. It's not bad at all. Add that to a stir fry. Well, steamed Indian pipe, some grouse, wild onion if I can find it. Maybe some mushrooms. You'd be living large. Now on my walks, I've been marking a line in the dirt where I find Indian pipe growing, so that I can come back and harvest it later. And this is a nice patch here. I'm not sure how long it keeps, so I don't want to harvest a bunch of it and have it go bad. That would just be a waste. So I'm taking it on an as-needed basis. I'm also marking young patches, give them a chance to grow for a bit before I harvest them. So this is a nice handful here. I'm going to leave the rest alone and come back to that later and collect more. I marked one here, but it looks like something got to it before I did. All that's left is this one little bit, and it's been all torn up and eaten. So it's definitely motivation for me to harvest when it's ready and not leave it too long. Not the only forager in these woods. Not the only hungry animal. I collected a couple days worth of Indian pipe. When I get back, I'll toss that in the food storage container and strip down and wade out for some freshwater mussels. Probably grab a couple pots full of those. Find a spot to put them. If the rain's still holding off, I'll head back out for some fishing. Should do it for pot number one. If I can get a second one here, I'll be sitting pretty. Ugh. My leg strength and overall stability are not what they once were, let me tell you. That's the biggest area of weakness that I've found, is my legs. They've just absolutely wasted away on me. And I'm going to have a lot of work to do to gain my strength back. It's gotta be a good thing that I have Roy keeping me going for walks every day. Otherwise, I imagine it would only be worse. My upper body, I'm at least canoeing every day, quite a bit. So, my hand strength, my forearms, that's alright. Not exactly canoeing hard or doing rapids or anything like that, but it's staying active anyways. My legs feel like jello at the end of the day. It's not exactly like I've been working them hard. It's stiff as well. So like I said, I'm going to have to put in a lot of work when I get home. In 5 days. Actually, no, that's a lie. I'm not going to put in work strengthening my legs in 5 days. I'm going to rest and eat watch Game of Thrones. And then, once I'm recovered, I have some energy stores. Then, the rebuilding process begins. And that will be a long process and a grueling one, I'm sure, but compared to this, it will be easy. So I'll be well fed and I'll be well rested, full of energy, ready to go. After this, anything is going to seem easy. So we're closing in on the finish line here. This didn't take too long. This is definitely a good idea. These are bait, these are food, these are security and peace of mind. And that red dawn is a gift in disguise. And now, I have an early start to the day. I have secured protein for hopefully the remainder of the trip. If not, then just about. And the weather seems to be holding off, so I'm going to get back out there and fish. See if I can get some tastier protein. Alright, well, that's 2 buckets of mussels. Couple of mussel buckets. And we're good. I'm just going to put these right here. Who needs to move rocks around? I have a natural little harbor made for me already. A slippery, natural little harbor. And if this were on the mainland, I'd be worried about a raccoon or something coming along and pilfering it. But it's not such an issue out here. Could get an otter. Muskrat. But haven't seen otters around the island. Haven't seen muskrats at all. There you go. So those will stay here. If I need to get more, I know where to find them. And I'm happy with what I've accomplished this morning. If that rain rolls in, which it doesn't look too threatening right now, I will just go back to bed and sleep some more. Perfect! I'm now back out here on the water, just taking the opportunity to do a little bit of a morning fish while the weather's still nice. I'm standing by my prediction. I think it will rain, just a matter of when. So I'm out here using a worm or freshwater mussel and bobber, and using the opportunity for the hands free. I'm going to finish off my breakfast, have a few cattail rhizomes. I'm really dressed in layers right now. I've got toque, a t-shirt, sweater, jacket, all the layers on, because well, with my weight in the water this morning, it's not too cold, but I have a lot less body mass than I did a couple months ago, and I get cold a lot more easily, and it takes me a longer time to warm up. So I'm just packing on the layers, staying warm, trying to make sure I don't get sick, because I am starting to feel a little bit run down. It's been 2 months out in the bush,
sleep deprived, malnourished, and it definitely adds up, and it's catching up to me. I'm on day 54 now, and yeah, I don't want to get sick in the last few days, and I need to stay healthy while I'm out here. So I'm just going to be trying to stay warm, stay dry, stay fed, and if I can do all those things, we're golden.
No fish yet. A few little nibbles, but no real bites to speak of. No rain yet either. Pretty uneventful morning thus far.
The fishing has not been good lately. I've not been getting good sleeps, and the combination of those two things, plus I think just general accumulation of the last 54 days, has led to one very low energy bushman. And a bit of a breeze picked up. Not a big breeze, not big waves, nothing like that by any means. And I just didn't have the energy to fight it. So I came back in. Because I feel that's the smart thing to do right now, is just conserve my energy. At this point, I'm surviving. Truly just surviving. So I'm going to minimize my energy expenditure and maximize my input by boiling up some of those mussels, eating some of the food reserves that I have stored in the container, and then I'm going to sleep. And I'm going to hope that I wake up late in the afternoon after a good sleep, feeling a little more energetic, take Roy to shore, probably have the same sort of a meal, and then I'm going to sleep again. And I'm just trying to find energy right now. Each day it seems I get tired earlier and earlier. We're not even out of the morning yet. This is barely into the late morning, and I'm spent. Used to be I could work through the afternoon, then it would be I could work into the afternoon. Now I'm not even there. So I'm I don't know whether this is just a today thing, or whether this is, like I said, the accumulation of the last couple months, but I'm glad that this is a 2-month expedition, not 3, because I would be in some very rough shape by the end of 3 months. So, like I said, just surviving, covering my basic needs, and hanging in there. You're a goof, Roy. You're a goof. So my water is now boiled, and I'm ready to make some tea. Today's wild tea is going to be strawberry and mint. As you might be able to hear, there's now a red squirrel on the island. It's the first time I've seen it, which doesn't thrill me, because they're annoying and they're pests. I don't really have much food for it to get into, but if it were to, say, take my mushroom or get into my rhizomes, I would not be a happy camper. or if it wakes me up during nap time with this. It's funny how these freshwater mussels don't taste nearly as bad as I thought they did at the start of the trip. I'm thinking hunger might have something to do with it. I've cooked myself 40 of them for lunch. They're not very big, but if you make enough of them, they're a meal. One squirrel would make a nice addition to the meal. I hope he goes away. Go hide back in the island till I'm gone. I don't want to see you. I don't want to hear you. I'm hungry and grumpy. Piss off. Alright, those mussels are all done and now it's time to test out the tea. Again, this is strawberry mint tea today. I put more strawberry than mint in because mint is a pretty strong flavor compared to strawberry, and I didn't want to overpower it. I wanted to try and have a good balance between the two. Definitely taste the mint. Yeah, it's a nice, pleasant, fairly mild tea. I'll give that the thumbs up. It's a nice, subtle green tea with the taste of mint. So yeah, it's a good one. I like it. Better than most, I would say. Although having mint usually does make it better than most. I'm a particularly big fan of the mint flavor. So I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this. I will probably pack up my camp a little bit as well because as the minutes tick by, the sky's getting darker. So I'll prepare for rain and then sit back and enjoy some tea until it gets here. And then I will sleep. And sleep and sleep and sleep and hopefully wake up feeling more energetic. And it's approaching noon. So a noon rainstorm is what I'm predicting. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the tarp is so delightful, and you won't hear me complain. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Just as I finished the last bite of my lunch, it began to rain, just as I predicted. Which is perfect timing for me, and now I'm down in my sleeping bag and I'm gonna have a nice long nap. Well, that was mission accomplished. I just got up from a long nap. It's early evening and I managed to sleep through the rain, so now it's just time to walk Roy. If the weather holds off, which I think it should, I'll do a little bit of fishing. If I can catch some fish, it would be really nice to have that for dinner. If not, then it's back to mussels once again. So that's the plan. Time to attack.
Time for the old evening walk. Just heading to shore now. Nice and slow and easy. Trolling through this stretch, which has gone unproductive on me. I don't know whether I fished here too much or it's just not a good time. I haven't been catching fish anywhere actually, so I don't think it's just the location. Oh! Wishful thinking. It's probably a weed. yeah, the bite has just dropped off. I've had no luck lately. Or very, very little anyways. And I just got to the point where I realized that I'm wasting energy chasing after fish. I don't need fish. I want fish. 'Cause I like fish a lot more than I like mussels. But they're just not worth the energy if they're not biting. And that is one lesson that I learned in my very first survival outing. My friend Alex and I, we went out for 48 hours. And we were depending on fish, and the fish did not bite. And we suffered for it. We were very hungry. This is before I learned edible plants. This is before I knew that mussels were edible. This is right back in the beginning. So we were banking on fish, and the fish let us down. So he was out there fishing the entire time, paddling around, exerting all this energy and getting nothing for it. And as a result, he was gassed. And that's how I felt the last couple days. So today, I think I did the right thing, minimizing my energy expenditure. I hardly put in any effort fishing, and once the wind picked up, I gave it up. Went in, collected some mussels, ate, and slept. Now the rain helped me make that decision, but I think that was the right decision to make regardless. Conserve energy, take the easy meal, and rest. And I've brought my anchor out with me. I'll probably, after the walk, anchor, take a few casts, and if it's not happening, I'm going to head back, and I'm going to eat mussels again. They're not what I want to eat, but when I'm out here, it's about needs, not wants. That's one of the biggest lessons that I've had to learn. Doesn't matter what you want. This is survival. This is about what you need. I need to eat and I need to rest. I don't need to eat fish. But it's so delicious. It's another low energy walk this evening, but higher than it was before I went down for a nap, which is good. I'm not sure whether this is a case of the long paddle and hike a couple days ago took more out of me than I realized, and this is just the last 2 days have been recovery days, or whether this is just the state of things now. But I'm hoping it's the former, and I wake up feeling better tomorrow. If it's the latter, then I see the rest of my days at this site being much like today. Mussels and naps. Naps and mussels. I'm just lasting the time. And if that is the case, the exit trip is going to be a real test. That's especially if I have to battle any sort of wind. That's a reasonably lengthy paddle. There's an Indian pipe. I'm going to go ahead and mark that. A lengthy paddle with a portage at the end, and I've got to get all my gear over, so it's going to take me several passes. Something to look forward to, but that's still a few days off. So hopefully my energy will be higher by then. And I know that it's coming as well. So I can rest up in the days prior to it. Need to get Roy to pull his weight. Get him to drag the canoe across. He's done nothing but freeload this entire friggin' trip. Hey, you slacker, you making me spend energy for you? What do you do for me? Nothing. Nothing but affection. So Survival is hard enough, but survival with a dependent is a whole other level. At least I don't have to forage for his food. Interesting little find here. A pink Indian pipe. Normally they're just ghost white. Tastes the same to me. Tonight's dinner is steamed Indian pipe, boiled mussels, boiled cattail flowers, and a few rhizomes. Indian pipe is steamed. Next we have the last of the cattail flowers, which are well past their prime. They've been a struggle to get down recently. I mostly just do it to add bulk, get some roughage in my stomach. So we have those. I grabbed 50 mussels. So that'll be a decent meal there anyways. And I'm going to need to gather more mussels tomorrow or else catch fish. Or probably, well, I'm going to try to do both. And I really hope I can get some fish tomorrow. That's what I want more than anything right now. I'm one hungry, tired, low energy bushman right now. Well, here we are, limping to the end of day 54. Today was not a good day, but it was a day that is just about done. One less day to go. And at this point, it's all about minor victories. Just putting one foot in front of the other. And this time tomorrow, I'll be one step closer. So, like I said, I'm getting there, slow and steady. Just gotta worry about one thing at a time. Sleep, eat, repeat. One phrase that keeps coming up in my mind is the inexorable march of time. Doesn't matter what I do, time is just going to keep going at the same pace it always does. It's a good thing and it's a bad thing. It's not going to go any slower and it's not going to go any faster. I just have to take care of me while it does its thing, and eventually I'll get where I'm going. So, once these have boiled, I'll get a good meal in me,
get out on the water till I can come in, get whatever sleep I can, and have one more day behind me, one less day to go. That's what it's all about at this point. One step and then another. I just hope the weather holds up and I don't get rained on, because that would be unfortunate. So in this last little stretch, I've been rained on every day for the past while. I'm going to get more tonight, I think. The fish have stopped biting and the mosquitoes have not let up. So, Temagami, you are one tough son of a bitch. Clearly don't believe in mercy, and there are no easy victories out here. But I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep pushing through like I have. I will persevere. These have got to be just about ready. Oh yeah! It's business! It's business time! Getting down to business with some freshwater mussels, baby. This is what it's all about. Gotta stand up nice and slowly, because last time I got a major head rush and almost passed out. 5 more nights to go. And Temagami is giving me a test and a choice. Finish strong or break. It's giving me one of those nights. Warm, humid, still, and raining. Mosquitoes are out in clouds on shore. There's no way to escape them. Can't find breeze. So I can come out here in the canoe and get rained on. It's just spitting right now. So here I am. Hopefully the heavens don't open or lightning and thunder rolls in which case I might have to go in, but otherwise I'm going to stay out here, wait it out, and hope that things get better. The weather has decided to make the decision for me. And it's got a thunderstorm rolling in. So now we're back on land, hanging out with the mosquitoes, waiting for the thunderstorm to hit. Oh god, I'm tired. I just want to go to sleep. But you know the way of it by now. So I wait and hope that they dissipate before the thunderstorm arrives. I was really hoping that today's rain would break the humidity, bring about a drop in temperature, but no luck. Maybe this storm will, but I'm not getting my hopes up. The way things have gone lately, I'm just not catching any breaks right now. Here comes the rain. It was a dark and stormy night. The thunderstorm is upon us now, So I've retreated to the shelter. The mosquitoes aren't too bad. They're here, to be sure. But I flushed them out a couple times as I swat them away. I flushed them out a couple times before getting in here. That was a good one. And I'm hoping that they won't be too active now that it started raining. Thunderstorm number 3 on the evening is just rolling through. They've each brought with them lots of mosquitoes. Yeah, the second one was stronger than the first. Let's see what this one has in store. Or should I say in storm? Ha! In store. We'll go with in store. They suck a little bit, these mosquitoes do. I haven't slept at all yet tonight. It's like 3 a.m. now. And this is really not what I need at this point in the game. Because I was exhausted coming into tonight. And this is not going to help. So I foresee tomorrow / today, since it is 3 a.m. now, the goal will be to just make it to this time the next day. Eating, sleeping, eating, walking, sleeping. Just making it through the day, that's going to be the goal. Anything I can do on top of that is bonus. Alright, camera's going off. I'll see you later.
After turning the camera off, both the mosquitoes and the rain continued to intensify. Before long, the water was running through my shelter and pooling beneath me. I decided to don my rain gear and head out into the storm. I found myself sitting on the ground beneath the trees at 4 a.m., wet, swarmed by mosquitoes, and truly exhausted as the lightning flashed and thunder rumbled around me. With nowhere to go and no way of improving my situation, all I could do was endure the misery and wait for my circumstances to change. Only 4 more nights to go.